Yes. What's up, guys? Hey, you're welcome to yet another edition of my scholarship videos. For those who are new to this channel, in this channel, I post scholarship opportunities for those who are interested in studying abroad. In this video, we are going to be talking about scholarship opportunity in Russia, which is called the Open Door Scholarship. In my last video, I talked about all of the scholarship opportunities, major scholarship opportunities in Russia. So if you haven't watched it, go check my profile, watch the videos, and then come back here. There I gave a brief overview, general overview of the scholarships. So I'm not going to be repeating everything which I said in that video here. So if you've checked it and you're ready to go, let's dive into it. So the Open Door Scholarship is one of the most popular scholarships in Russia. It has been operating since 2017, and a lot of people in Russia are under this scholarship. This scholarship basically is a fully funded scholarship for all levels of education, that is the bachelor's, master's, and the PhD levels, and it covers basically all the fields, you know, from medicine to engineering to languages and all the rest. Okay, and applications are really easy, unlike other scholarships in Europe where you have to provide tons of documents. These scholarships are not like that. You provide basically just a few documents and you're good to go. The scholarship covers your tuition fee for the entire duration of your studies. It also covers a very small stipend, which is monthly allowance, and it covers your accommodation. Okay, so basically those are the main things which the scholarship covers. Apart from that, you have the opportunity to work while you study, so it's a good opportunity, of course. The stages of application for the scholarship are basically two steps. The first step is where you go to the website. I'm going to show everything, of course, in this video. You go to the website, submit your documents, submit your portfolio, and write an entrance examination. It's not very difficult, of course. After you write that, that's going to be the end of the first step. The test would be graded and your portfolio would be examined by the scholarship committee. And if you pass the first step, you will be allowed to go on to the second step. In the second step, you will basically just have to do a series of tasks which are assigned by the scholarship committees. Nothing crazy, just related to your studies. So that's basically for bachelor's applicants. For those applying for master's and the PhD degree, you will have an additional one step. In this step, you will have a one-on-one interview with a supervisor, with a project supervisor, depending on the project you want to apply, you know, what you want to study in your master's and the PhD. You will have a one-on-one interview, and the supervisor is going to decide if he or she wants you in his or her team. You feel me? And if that goes well, then you will be awarded the scholarship. So this scholarship covers courses in the English and in the Russian medium. There are courses which are taught basically in English, and there are some which are taught only in Russian. Depending on the course you want to apply, you will check it out and see if your program is taught in English or not. Regarding the deadline for application, applications open on the 1st of September and they will be closing on the 16th of November 2025. So if you're watching this, you have very minimal time to get your application ready and submit. For the requirements, basically, if you're applying for bachelor's, you need to have completed the high school. You should have your high school documents ready. If you're applying for master's, you should have your bachelor's degree ready. If you're applying for doctorate, you should have your master's degree ready. You will also need a motivation letter, of course, and any other certificate which you have, which will, support your application. It could be extracurricular activities which you've engaged in, other certificates, diplomas which you have. Anything you have will really help to make your application solid. In this scholarship, there is no need to provide a language certificate. For example, English language proficiency certificate. It's not needed. Okay. If there are any other minor requirements which I have not stated yet, we will see everything in a bit once we start with the application proper. Okay, so if you're really interested in applying for scholarships, do subscribe, like this video, before we go into it. The next video, of course, will be about the Russian government scholarships, specifically the ones which you have to apply via the embassy. Okay, with that being said, let's dive into the application proper right now. All right, guys, so you will go to any browser. In this case, I'm using Chrome, and you will type in Open Door Scholarship. I'm going to indicate the link in the description of this video. Usually it's the first link, so you click on this, and here is the official page for the application process. Here you will find this counter which indicates the number of days left for applications. I did mention earlier that the deadline is from the 1st of September to the 16th of November, so do it to submit your applications in time. Here you'll see all the areas and subjects which are included in the Open Door Scholarship. For example, we talk of clinical medicine. You will see the different fields: general medicine, dentistry, nursing, and so on. So depending on the field you want to apply, check here to see if it's covered by the scholarship. So once you're ready to apply, once you've read all of this, you click on Apply Now. So here you're going to choose your preferred language. I'm going to continue with English, and then you fill in your citizenship. And then we have to indicate our personal data. You fill in your name, your last name, and your date of birth. Sex should be male or female. Put in your phone number and then choose a password. A password should be something which you can easily remember. Write it down somewhere so you don't forget. So then you have to confirm it here, put in the same password here to make sure that everything is identical. Now to select tracks and subject areas of participation, you have to know that there are some age limitations. Individuals applying for bachelor's degree must be between the ages of 16 and 23 years old. For example, if you see here, I indicated 2005, which means we are in between that age group. We cannot apply for a doctorate degree. I'm going to show you. If you click here, you will see what I'm talking about. Individuals for bachelors must be between the ages of 16 and 23. We also have same for masters, bachelors, masters, and doctorate. Okay. So if you change the date here, maybe to indicate that you're 33 years old, then the doctorate area is going to apply here. So okay, so now let's go ahead. We're applying for a bachelor's. We choose the area we are specializing in. In this case, I'm just going to stick to clinical medicine and health. You have the opportunity to choose more than one track. The next is going to be this. Okay, once all of this has been selected, if you're applying for masters, then you have to do this. No need to choose any bachelor's track. Okay, then you tick in all of these boxes and click register. So once you click on register, an email will be sent to your email address. You have to verify your email. Go to your email address and click on verify. Then it's going to log in automatically to your account. So on this page, you can read through this. Basically, it talks about the fact that if you submit your application, you cannot edit it, but you can withdraw your application before the 6th of November. On the 16th of November, which is the final date, all applications will be submitted automatically, and you will not be able to edit or withdraw it anymore. Okay, once you're ready, so read through this. These are the fields which we selected. Okay, let's go ahead and start filling in our application. So we are here in the portfolio section. Now we have to fill in the educational documents, motivational letter, and then go on to other things like filling in the universities. First of all, let's fill the educational documents. So here you will choose the level of education which you have completed already. Remember, if you're applying for bachelor's degree, then you must have completed the general secondary. If you're applying for master's, then you must have completed bachelor's. So in this case, we're applying for a bachelor's degree, so we have completed the general secondary school. choose the country where you completed it, and then type in the full name of your institution here. Here you will put in the year of graduation, and then you have to upload a copy of your certificate. It should be in a PDF or JPEG or PNG format. I just uploaded a random picture. So once you have uploaded that, you click on save. You have the opportunity to add other educational fields which you have completed, but since we have done that, we are going to stick just to this. And then we go back to our portfolio, and it shows that we have filled in the educational document. The next is going to be the motivational letter. Let's go ahead and fill in the motivational letter. Note that we are applying for 2 different programs, so the motivational letters have to be filled in differently. Here you click on that, and then you have to fill in a scientific domain, that is, like an area, a research area where you're interested in, which interests you. So you choose, depending on the course you're applying, it should match your course. So I'm just gonna go with maybe medical, and then clinical health sciences and rehabilitation, since we are applying for physical science. Once that is done, you fill in your personal goals, things about yourself, then your professional achievement, things which you've achieved so far, which will motivate them to give you the scholarship. Then the reason for choosing the subject, why you're passionate about the subject, and the reason for choosing Russia. Why Russia? You have to tell them good things about Russia, which will encourage them to give you the scholarship. I really don't have a lot of things to write here, so I'm just going to do this. Then once that's done, you click on save. Remember, I told you have to do for the different programs. You come here at the same. So once you filled this again, you click on save, and as you can see, we've completed the motivational letters. We go back to our portfolio and filled in. So what's next is we've filled in our education and our motivational letter already. The next is going to be the achievements. Whatever achievements you have which you think will be motivating, or which will motivate them to give you the scholarship, you add them here. And also note that if you're applying for bachelor's or master's, it's not compulsory to upload some achievements, but if you're applying for doctorate, it is mandatory. These achievements will help with your application, so make sure you fill it in. We will go on to the entrance test. Since we are applying for 2 different courses, we have to take 2 different entrance tests. Note that you can take each test, for each field you can take the test up to 3 times, and the highest score will be recorded. This test is important to be able to allow you to go into the second stage. So this is just a sample. Since we're applying for clinical medicines, the questions are designed based on the field which you're applying. We have 1 hour to answer 45 questions, which basically means you have 1.5 minutes to answer each question. I'm not going to answer, so once you are done, you will click on complete, and the score is going to be recorded. So as you can see, guys, it's really nothing crazy. You just have to take the test, and like I said, the highest score will be recorded. Once everything is done, basically that's going to be all. You will have to wait till the deadline comes, and then the application is graded, the test is graded, and your portfolio is also graded. So guys, that's basically going to be all. Once the grading is done, and if demand is high, if in the comment sections you want me to do a video indicating the next steps on how things will continue from the second stage, then I can do a video on that. But for now, this is basically going to be all. Once you filled all of these sections, then you just basically have to wait and monitor your applications constantly. There is no button for you to submit. Like I said earlier, on the deadline, that's on the 16th of November, applications will be submitted automatically. So that's gonna be all, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, share it to other people who may be interested in applying for the scholarship, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates from me, and I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck.